So in 1999, I was diagnosed with trigeminal neuralgia. 2009, start to see Annie, and then a year later, completely drug-free, completely healed, and short of, anything recurring, I'm in good shape. So in 1999, I was driving along, and I ended up, I felt this numbness in my left arm, so I ended up turning around, immediately calling the doctor, and then the tests begin, and they want to see what's going on. They determined that it was not multiple sclerosis, but that it was trigeminal neuralgia, which is basically the trigeminal nerves in your head can cause different types of pain. The pain would come in, or discomfort, would be very intense. So it's almost like when your hand goes to sleep and you can't move it anymore. That's what my face would feel like. It would felt like what I would imagine would be a stroke. The only option for alleviating the pain is medication, and it was a medication that it's almost like a muscle relaxant, and it helps relax that area. But everything affects something else, so it may make the neuralgia feel better, but it may make another part feel worse. And so I didn't like the way it made me feel in a different way, so I chose to not continue with the medication because there's just no other options out there. So my partner was going to see a traditional chiropractor. He had been in pain for many years, and so he ended up going to somebody in Boston, and then he was looking online, and he found that there was a doctor down the street, and so he ended up going to see Annie, and what he was treated for probably 2 years, he ended up within 3 or 4 visits, like amazing results, like, wow, what a difference, I can't believe this woman. He referred to her as the witch doctor. And within a few visits, he determined that she was pretty miraculous. And so he was going to her for at least a year before I ended up going to see her. And then I started getting just a little bit of discomfort in my shoulder, and with our insurance, they pay for it. So I said, well, why not? Why not? I'd never seen a chiropractor before, so I had nothing to base it on. I'd never seen a traditional chiropractor or anything else. So I went to go see Annie one day, and it was like an instant change. It was a feeling that I've just never experienced, and so I became a regular client of hers. And again, over the course of time, probably over the course of a year, she kind of changed. I mean, she changed my life for sure, but she changed the way that I looked at my pain, which I'd been living with, not realizing that it was affecting every other part of my life. I'd seen a therapist, for years as well, but this was in a different way, more therapeutic, more healing, more understanding. And, over the course of time, it went from being intense to a little bit less intense to a little bit less than that. And then over the course of a year, what I'd been living with for 10 years was gone. So the first time for me, I laid on the table. It's a traditional massage table, but, she makes sure your legs are lined up, and she explains what she's doing, which was really nice to understand. Okay, I'm lining you up. Your left leg is a little bit shorter or longer right now than your right leg. We'll work on that. And then I think that's a lot of what NSA is just basically realigning yourself into the way it should be. A lot of work in the back and in the tailbone area, which makes a lot of sense when you think about it, because that's where everything stems from. You sit on your tailbone, and so she works that area in a different way. No pain, no discomfort. And it's interesting, if you're there, there's other people there. It's sort of a different, you can hear other people going through the process as well, but you're in your own little world. So it's very quiet, it's very relaxed. Even if there's talking going on, you kind of just stay in your own zone. My partner's mother, who is now 90 years old, has gone to see Annie for different treatments over the years. His sister has gone to see her. We've had friends that we've recommended NSA to that have not gone to see Annie, but have gone to see other NSA doctors and have been very pleased with the results. For me, it was, she treated something that a traditional Western medicine couldn't treat, that I would have to take pills the rest of my life and have side effects for. And in what I consider a short amount of time, 1 year, she was able to alleviate that. So I can explain that to people when they say, I have this kind of pain. Try it. I mean, you have nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose by doing NSA. It's changed my life.